position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Texas Longhorns, taking on last year's national champions, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Longhorns will put total leather and we'll get started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Frazier. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. He'll keep it himself. That's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's hard to be quarterback in an option offense when you got so many things you have to be accountable for, and then you got to take care of the football, right? When you do make the decision to run, right or wrong, it's your decision. Now you got to wrap that thing up. You can't fumble the football there.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Great place to start for this offense. And they're not on the same page there. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down.
It's tough, man. On third down, you're trying to throw against that nickel defense who've got extra DBs on the field, and it's just a lot faster. The window's closed so much quicker. So good job not seeing it open. Just take off and get what you can get now, setting up a fourth and very manageable situation.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Brown. Fights off a defender. Not much room there. They'll give him one to the 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Give to Brown. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From their own 23, it'll be first and 10. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40.
Defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Throws to the tight end. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Georgia.
This offense is so good, man. They can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. To the air, it's Dampier. Quick strike complete. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on third down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They're dealing with a second and long. Snap it to the back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Looking for a gap. It's Gibson. Turning it on. Smashes ahead. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. And the Longhorns back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Trying to get the corner. Big-time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Texas. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
Quarterback's...
Oh, they blocked the extra point. Still on his feet, and remember, he can return it. So it's an 80-yard drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The inside handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Out of the gun to give to the back.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Dogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. To throw, it's Stockton. Flushed out of the pocket. On the move to the right, looking for a big one. Off and running. The 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Out of the gun, the inside give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. He leaves it with his back. They'll knock him down behind the line, and that's how we'll end this quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
On the snap, it's Brown. Keeps it. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling.
Breaks into the open. And they exploited that soft spot. They get it down to the 35. Georgia going back to work with another first down. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You can see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And the Bulldogs need to pick it up on 4th down. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Running back searching for a hole.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point puts them on top 21-6.
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, or number 3 is coming soon.
He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, take, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking it out of the end zone, making a huge play.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Going for the big play. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Georgia! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Got room to work. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. The Longhorns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Grab near the sticks. It's Wingo. Open space at the 25. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The screen, he's got wheels. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Touchdown, Longhorns! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half. get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. He'll pull it down and run. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit. The Dogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Oh, he's got a chance. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, two things I love by the quarterback on that play. One, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And two, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit.
Snags it on the right.
When he's a 2-minute offense, when you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Touchdown, Dogs! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Quickly out to the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to throw. It's Dampier on the move to his left. He's going to run it. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go with a direct snap. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
It's complete to the left. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
it. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 20.
And I think there's a difference between aggressiveness and recklessness. You're backed up, man. You're going to take shots right now, force the ball into coverage. The defense makes the pick. And how about this? In scoring position, very little time on the clock. Got a chance to put some points on the board before you go into the half.
Never a doubt. They're hanging around here. Leads down to 12. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Bulldogs will kick it away to crank up the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Looking to the big tight end. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Reads it, fires complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Back to pass, it's Dampier. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Looking for more room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Wants to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He makes a grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Texas offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Snags a quick pass on the left. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. And the Longhorns just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Dropping back, it's Dampier. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay
so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. That's caught. It's Coleman. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. Brown has it. Crosses the 45. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Georgia. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Direct snap. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. And despite going 0 for 2 on 4th down so far, they will stay aggressive and go for it here. Makes the grab. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Dampier. Looking to scramble. Fires on the move. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels, so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
The Longhorns will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using his feet to buy time. With the catch, it's Coleman. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were. That's why they got the 1st down.
He now has 110 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Dogs! And the pummeling has started.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. get backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off-play action on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Wide open downfield. It's a seam wide open, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. The give on the inside. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27. And the Dogs come to the line needing just inches for the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. To the air, it's Stockton. Quarterback extends the play. Complete to the right. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll leave it with him. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. The defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting and keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it. Keep getting those stats.
So now it's 2nd and long. The play action fake. Here's a heat. There he goes. Oh, it's a fumble. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
Start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Looking to throw, it's Stockton. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the beatdown has ensued. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Man, this defense has their hands full today, because not only do they have to worry about the running backs, and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when
There he goes. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The Longhorns are marching down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Give to Brown. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Finds the tight end. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. The Dogs come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. It'll be a run on third and short. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Trying play action. Going for it all. Touchdown, Georgia! And the punishment has been extended. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out. Just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams. They have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Here's the pressure. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And the defense is good with that. Get pressure on the quarterback. Get him outside the pocket. You know it's a passing situation. Play half the field now. This defense is in a good spot, and you can tell they're ready to rush this quarterback.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Back to pass, it's Dampier. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Snap it to the back. Makes it past the marker. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Turning it on. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. The Longhorns didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Using the quick game. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Here's the handoff. Got some room to run. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume, in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make a statement to the entire country just how dominant they were. They have so much confidence in themselves. They wanted to prove it to everybody else. They wanted to prove it to their opponent here today. They dominated in all 3 phases.
And now they put the college football world on notice. That was a nice win. You get these top 25 wins, they're big for your resume, big for your...
Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Makes the catch. It's Taylor. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Leaves it with the back. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Georgia comes quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's Stockton. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but like, let's live in this.
He's got it in more than enough for a 1st down. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he's going to bring this one out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Pocket breaking down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the backboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? Give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting.
Hits him in stride inside the 10. They'll bring him down as he bulks up those numbers, but not the most important one as they'll come up short in this game. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but